This is a really exciting day for the entire ACD team and so many people who are here in this room and even people who couldn't be here that made this project happen. So I just want to start off by saying thank you for being here. And for those of you that were around for the groundbreaking, I kind of recapped the story from the '68 World Series with Willie Horton. I wasn't around then, but I know the story pretty well at this point. So Willie Horton, this was in Game 5 of the World Series, makes a throw from left field all the way to home plate. Catcher catches it. The Tigers advance. Game 6, Game 7, we end up winning the World Series. And when I was rereading through some of the stories about that catch, it was called a defining moment. And one of the reporters said, "Such a defining turning point is rare." And what's interesting about that story and today is left field was the turning point for the entire HUD Choice Neighborhoods program. And Julie Schneider's here along with others who've supported this initiative that was led by the city to go get $30 million, what ended up being $35 million in federal funds. And left field was the turning point for that. We had to have a fully funded affordable housing project that was ready to go when the city submitted the grant application, and this was that turning point. So I think the parallel is pretty cool. Thank you for being here. We are going to go through the speakers who are here, and we'll take a few moments to thank everybody, and then we'll keep everything moving with an official, instead of a ribbon cutting, a first pitch. So without any further ado, I'd like to invite Deputy Mayor Malia Howard, come on up here. Just a quick word. The City of Detroit has been a really critical partner with ACD. They led the Choice Neighborhoods initiative and got the grant, and we've just been along the way, kind of supporting the whole process. But we couldn't have done it without the leadership of the administration. We do have a little memento we'd like to give you, commemorating left field. You want to step over here for a second?
Oh, sorry. We're gonna
do a quick photo op.
wait. Okay.
Oh,
I don't want those to look too aggressive though.
yeah. That's why we didn't do the full-size bats. Go ahead.
Okay, this is awesome. So when I was a kid, Louisville Slugger, we used to always drive down south. Louisville Slugger used to, they might still do it, I just don't know. We used to have these bats. We used to always stop when we went down south to get these bats. And so this is amazing, and I can't tell you when the last time was. I don't even know where my bats are, but I used to collect them for some strange reason. But again, thank you. Malia Howard, Deputy Mayor for the City of Detroit. So what I want to say is, again, this is the second day that we've done a ribbon cutting or a press announcement here in District 6. But this is super amazing because we are here in Corktown. And Corktown obviously is a storied neighborhood for Detroit, not just for Tigers Stadium, but also for the Irish community and the Hispanic community that have moved in. This has just been hallowed ground for so many people for so long. And I just appreciate Mike and his vision. I've watched this young man do so many amazing development projects from Midtown all the way to downtown in Corktown now. And it's just, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. He's been doing amazing work, always advocating for affordable housing. And so with that being said, I want to say that Julie Schneider, without her leadership and her vision, even before she was the director of the Housing and Revitalization Department, she's the reason why we got the Choice Grant for Corktown, because this project was actually envisioned before Michigan Central became Michigan Central. And knowing that this community was really an up-and-coming and booming community at that point, under Julie's foresight and leadership and the mayor's to keep this neighborhood affordable, she wrote a grant, which is they only give out 2 of them a year, and hers won. And we're standing in the fruits of her labor. And that is because of her leadership, and I appreciate Julie. And so Julie is not just the $35 million woman, she's the $1 billion woman who's really helped to transform transform the landscape of our city, but also the landscape of housing. And that's just critically important in this time, and for everyone to be able to participate and have a safe and clean environment to live in at an affordable rate. So I give thanks to Mayor Duggan and Julie for the foresight that they had leading out in this space. Yes, I have completely not done my talking points. But what I want to say, which is critically important, is that the 60 units in this building at 80% AMI, 48 units are affordable, deeply affordable. And that is critically important. For a one-bedroom, correct, to be $700, like that takes me back to the 90s, when I had 2 small children and I was living on Seward, right, with a brand new baby and a 6-year-old. And I had a 2-bedroom at 93 Seward, and that 2-bedroom with 2 bathrooms, 2 full bathrooms, was probably $700. And I mean, that was in 96, 97. And so this is critically important that as a young woman, as a young mother, being able to afford that back then, working in retail, and now here we are full circle, allowing people who are single parents, you know, up and coming young, fresh out of college folks coming in to live in the city, being able to afford a space to live that is clean, vibrant, and safe is mission critical for our city. And I'm so excited. So thank you so much. Thank you all for your leadership, because we truly appreciate you for all that you do. And with that being said, I want to bring up our illustrious and honorable Councilwoman Romero.
Before I hand the mic over, we do want to present you with, yeah, don't forget that. You're going to need that. I'm going to step over. Let's do a photo.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. And real quickly, I want to just say, as council member steps up here, you've been a champion for affordable housing. You've been a very strong supporter of ACD, of this project, of the whole choice thing. I want to say thank you for that. And we're glad you're able to come out today.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. As has been mentioned, my name is Gabriela Santiago Romero. I am the proud city council member here for District 6 in our beautiful city. And I'm excited to be here to celebrate the grand opening of the 60 units for this housing development here. It is a notable milestone, as has been mentioned, that we've met this HUD Choice grant, which has allowed us to invest millions right here in Corktown, which is our city's oldest neighborhood. While we still have a lot to do to ensure housing affordability for our residents, this is a step in the right direction. 80% of these units are set aside for Detroiters that are making 60% AMI. In a neighborhood that is attracting a lot of people, that is seeing a lot of developments, we need to make sure that we're also building for residents that are making less than the median income here. I want to thank the administration, including our mayor, our housing and revitalization director, Julie Snyder, the whole entire team, and the central design region planner, Kevin Scronch, from the planning and development departments, who has been working alongside with their colleagues very closely and the community to move this project forward. I want to thank the American community developers, but especially want to thank our residents who have been engaged in this process for years. They have been incredibly patient through the construction process, have been giving their inputs through this whole development project, and it's incredibly important that we recognize them for their work alongside our developers in the city to make sure that we have this project come to life. I know that Corktown is going to be stronger because of projects like these. I encourage us to do more. And with that, I will now turn it over to our director, Julie Schneider. Wait.
Julie, we got a little special something, because I know you're, Julie's a softball player and softball coach, so we got you a softball that's got the left field logo on it.
Oh, thank you.
And we're not going to cut you short.
Oh, good.
So you do get a bat. Come on over here. I just suggest not using the two together. They probably don't play well.
All right.
Good morning. Yes, still good morning, everyone. So I'm Julie Schneider. I'm the director of the Housing and Revitalization Department. And first off, I just want to congratulate and thank everybody who helped make today happen. It's been a years-long effort, and so it's wonderful to be here today to celebrate the grand opening of the left field apartments. So this idea came together pre-pandemic. You could look at Corktown, you could see how things were changing. Rents were rising, demand for apartments was increasing. And with only 87 units of affordable housing within Greater Corktown at that time, you could see that for us to live up to our mission to make sure that every neighborhood in the city has affordable housing that's accessible to its residents, that we needed to act quickly and act in a big way. And so that was really where the idea to do Choice Neighborhoods was born, is because in order to do that, to see that vision carried out, we needed a lot of additional funding to make sure that we could realize that goal. We also needed the commitment of council members, such as Councilmember Santiago Romero. We needed the commitment of the mayor, because there's a lot of land in this area, particularly north of 75, that the city owned. But I think in many other cities, when you see a big development happening, the response isn't, we need more affordable housing, we need to use our land immediately to make sure that affordable housing is developed. But that commitment was there, and it's one of the biggest reasons why we're able to be here today. So at events like this, I often thank the financiers, the developers, but today I really want to make sure to spend some time focusing on thanking the residents. So when you go through a choice process, you have to do neighborhood engagement. You have to do resident engagement. And in 2020, so we started out 2020 with an idea, and then March happened, and everything changed. And we had to figure out how to respectfully, safely build trust with residents and work with them to get feedback. And I thank those residents so much. They spent hours with us throughout the summer and into the fall, and in months in the year where you can have outdoor meetings. And we heard from them, and I hope that this development and the developments to come meet the expectations that we established in those conversations. But I also want to thank those that we're on the financial side, or we're on the development side. So I want to make sure to thank Mike Essian and American Community Developers, MISHDA, the DHC, the DEGC, as this was an EDC property beforehand. And I also want to thank HUD, especially our local field office, who we work together with very closely throughout the year on projects like this and projects throughout the city. And so we're very thankful to them. We're also thankful to the HUD Choice team in DC for awarding this grant. So, and also lastly, I want to thank those from the city team that helped to make today possible, especially Rebecca LeBove, who was really instrumental in writing the grant, Alexis Alexander, Aisha Boston, Larry Katrinar, Naomi Beasley, Brian Coe, James Foster, and Kevin Schrantz, as well as our Department of Neighborhoods manager, Eva Torres. So thank you all. Really a wonderful day, and happy to be here and look forward to the first pitch.
So one of the key components of making this development happen was getting an award of tax credits from the state of Michigan, which was the primary means of financing this project. So we have Liz Rademacher here from MISHDA, the State Housing Agency. We also have
Thank you.
that to present to you.
I've gotten shovels before. I've never gotten that. Say a bat's kind of fun. All right. So good morning, everybody, and thanks for having me. I manage the low-income housing tax credit program at the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, and I'm honored to be here on behalf of MSHDA. It's an exciting day today in Corktown as we celebrate the grand opening of Left Field. This is a project that truly embodies Detroit's commitment to inclusive, affordable housing. At MSHDA, we believe that every Detroiter and every Michigander deserves access to safe, stable, and affordable housing. And Left Field is a shining example of that vision in action. We're proud to have played a role in making this development happen by investing $10.8 million in tax credits, plus an additional $3.4 million in supplemental support because of that COVID and everything else, right? I don't know if you all know how difficult it is to do work when you can't do work. But they shut down construction, it was hard to meet with people, everything got paused, costs went up, the world went crazy. It took a lot to get here today, and I really commend ACD and the teams that have been working on this deal for getting here. These investments are crucial, ensuring that affordability remains one of the top priorities and at the core of the revitalization of the Corktown neighborhood. I'm pleased to say that this development will provide 60 new homes, with 80% of them reserved for households earning 60% or less of area median income, which means more Detroiters can afford to stay and thrive in this historic neighborhood as it continues to grow. Projects like Left Field and others around the city don't happen without strong partnerships, and we want to recognize the Mayor's Office, the City of Detroit, HUD, American Community Developers, and all of the dedicated teams, the contractors, the subcontractors. I don't know who all I'm going to leave out here, but the management companies, everyone helping the tenants. It takes a lot of people to coordinate and get here, and we're really thankful for everyone who's done this. You've really knocked it out of the park. This is just the beginning. I look forward to hearing how residents' lives have transformed by having new neighborhoods, new households within this dynamic neighborhood. As the Corktown Choice Neighborhoods Plan continues to develop, we'll continue to create housing opportunities, stronger neighborhoods, and a future where all Detroiters have a place to call home. Congratulations to everyone involved. Let's continue working together to continue to build an accessible and affordable Detroit. Thank you.
So just to explain a little bit how those tax credits work and make this deal happen, we get the award of credits from MSHDA, and then we go work with our financial partners. And I just want to acknowledge the folks who are here from CREA today, Brad Bullock and Allison Anderson. CREA, and they put together a fund to buy those tax credits and fund the deal, and that was Citizens Bank. They were partners with us on the equity here, as well as providing construction financing to make this whole deal happen. So thank you all, we appreciate it. And last but not least, I would like to introduce Misty Cox. She's one of our residents who moved. She's part of the broader Choice Neighborhoods program. She's was a resident at Clement Kern Gardens, which is the other phase that we'll be moving to next, and hopefully have a groundbreaking in a couple months or so. She moved over here to Left Field as part of the process, and we're delighted that she has joined us this morning to speak. So Misty, I also have a baseball bat for you.
Like these in '84.
Yeah, right here. We'll just do a quick photo, and then I'll let you say a few words. All right, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hi. My parents raised 2 generations of Tiger fans, my brother in the 70s and myself in the 80s. And my mother used to work long hours in the Cass corridor, and I would ask her, can we go to Tiger games? And you know, she would be tired, but she would still make a way for me to go to a Tiger game. And we would always sit in the lower right field bleachers behind my favorite player, Kirk Gibson, which is still my favorite player today. So, you know, so I always got to go to games. And as time went by, I asked my mom, I said, Mom, can I start walking to the Tiger games? And she agreed. I was walking with my best friend, Karen, that's here with me today. And the late state rep, Isaac Robinson. Yes, yes. Yes, I do too. And all 3 of us together kind of grew up in Tiger Stadium. because we were there all the time. And so for Tiger Stadium to leave, it was hurtful. It broke my heart, actually. So having the opportunity to be able to live in left field and be able to walk and open my blinds and look at the field and see baseball being played on the field again, it's like a dream come true. And I appreciate the opportunity and the chance to be able to live in left field. Thank you.
Well, I guess any winning team, there are a lot of players, and that's how you win games. And so I just want to acknowledge some folks from our team, from ACD. Jerry Kruger is the president and founder of the company. He really is the force behind everything that happens at ACD. So thanks to him and the whole team. That includes development team. There's some team members here. Architectural team, the accounting team, our closer, Melissa McTaggart. Thank you for coming out. Also our management team, IMS. Just throw your hands up real quick if you would. I know Amber's here. Amber's the property manager. Ed, where you at, Ed? Ed's around the... Ed's probably running around taking care of stuff because he handles maintenance here at the building. Without the two of them, we would not be able to have the great property that we have today. Erin Rogers, the director of marketing. She's hiding over there by the front door. Thank you for coordinating the food today. There are some light snacks and refreshments. Erin was the one that coordinated all that. But Jim Harrigan, the whole team is led by Frank Carswell as president of IMS. And then I mentioned CREA and Citizens. Thank you guys for being such great partners with us for so long. We look forward to doing the next phases of Choice Neighborhood deals with you. And then also the entire city team. Julie rattled off everybody by name, but Julie, Rebecca, if anybody is on the HRD or Choice team, can you just throw your hands up? I see Alexis back here in the corner. I see Siona. I see Aisha. Good to see you all. Thank you so much. Big round of applause. We have coordination meetings every other week with this whole team just to make sure that everything is moving the way that it's supposed to for the grant to be successful. And that includes management helping to host First Friday meetings with residents so that we continue to get feedback from residents on a regular basis about all the projects, and we can hear directly from residents and they can hear from us. So thank you to DEGC, and thank you to our residents. Misty, I know you're representing a big group of folks today, but all of the residents have been incredibly patient and great to work with, and we look forward to doing many more great projects here in Corktown, so thank you for being here. I think that concludes the remarks portion. What we'll do, we're going to do, instead of the ribbon cutting, we'll do the first pitch, and I think the weather's holding up enough that we can go outside here on the sidewalk. So if you guys want to make your way outside, we'll kind of get set up, leave the sidewalk clear, and we'll see you out there.